So there was some rumours before the playoffs, right? This is ridiculous, right? Because this came from a liked tweet and somebody putting 2 and 2 together and then somebody saying that they'd heard something and then no, and basically people talking a load of crap. But you can logistically look at this.
Yeah.
Could Barry Bannan leave Sheffield Wednesday, right? He's got a year left on his contract. We've just failed to go up via the playoffs. He likes something of Luton Town's about them, doing well this season. Luton have appeared to be interested in him before. Would he go? Do you think Barry Bannan's going to leave next season?
I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think there's still... I actually did a bit of a kind of... We all know he's moved back to Nottingham to be closer to his in-laws for childcare for his little one. And I kind of did, how long does it take to get to each place? And like it's 1 hour 50. I think it's 1 hour, it's close to 2 hours to get to Luton than it is to get to Wednesday. I was trying to think out travel, but I can't.
That'd worry me more about Forest, because Forest could have Bannan in that midfield like that.
Exactly. That's something else you got to think. And especially if they go up, that could be the law he needs. Oh, I'm going to Premiership.
It'd be the Premier League, yes, because we're not in Scotland,
Premier League,
Jake.
yeah.
And it's not 2001 anymore. But
I think he will stay, but it could be interesting to see who does come in to have a look at to buy him and what Chancery will accept to buy him as well. Let's also remember that, because we know what Chancery is like for saying, I want this much for players. And what is he 33 now?
He's not. I think he's 32. He's got Gregory's 33.
But you can't. There's some price tags that you can put on players where they're your best player, like Barry Bannan. But now the older you get, some club might say, "Okay, we'll take that chance to see what we can do." But some club will be put off by it, and you see how much he's ingrained himself into the Wednesday family, and bringing his own family now into it, and how. You see all the cute little things that Wednesdays have with the social media with his daughter getting really into it and stuff. It's going to be very interesting to see if we can keep him and how we keep him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he is 32, by the way.
Try to make you older.
He's... The way he spoke last night, we'll talk about what he said after the match. So, straight after the match, he was interviewed, and I will just say, in that interview, you could see he just looked broken. He was like, mate, again, again.
Can you not interview me? But I know why you interview him on Club Captain.
Yeah, he said, in quote, "It's hard to take. It's obviously still so early, and I'm just gutted. It's really hard to find the words to sum it up. I'm sure it will sink in over the next few days, but it's hard to take." And to speak now and tell you how I'm feeling. I'm obviously not feeling great. We felt the goal was coming and we spoke about it at half-time. We knew if we kept doing what we were doing, we would score by getting into more dangerous positions. We get a goal and the fans... I looked around after the goal, it was amazing. So to let them down was hard to take, but they were unbelievable and they didn't deserve it. They deserved to be going to Wembley and having a good day out and be back in the Championship. Fair play to Sunderland, they were good over the 2 legs and did what they needed to do to get into the final, but no matter what is said now, it hurts and it will hurt for a little while. Acknowledging the crowd could have done no more, Bannan added, they gave us everything. It's hard to say how thankful we are and the boys appreciate everything they have done for us this season. They have been fantastic and I can only apologise that we couldn't get over the line for them and give them that day out at Wembley, but we will be back next year and trying hard again for them. Now, he was also asked directly by Rob Staten, I believe. It sounded like Rob on one of the things I watched, who said,
"Do you think you're going to be here next year?"
This wasn't on the club because I think they keep bits for... Yeah, he says, "Do you think you'll be here next year?" And he said, he sort of like looked at the ground straight away. Again, I wouldn't read too much into that because he said he'd need to talk to his family and everything, but he expects to be back here. He expects to, to go again.
A lot of people did read into that though and went, "Oh, he's off then. If he's got to talk to his family and stuff and how he was." It's like, just remember the context of where he'd been interviewed. and how he is. He don't read his body language to that. I'm off there, lad. Enough. No, he just put his heart and sleeve on the line again.
You've also got he's got to talk to his family and go, do I stay where I? This is the conversation you have with your family, right? And it's probably you know your wife. You go, do I stay where I'm loved and where I enjoy my football and I enjoy this club, and we don't get the big final payday, or do a club that come in for me that are going to give us that big final payday in maybe a couple of years? Do we do that? That's what Barry Bannan's probably going to be faced with this summer.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's tricky because it's also a case of, do Wednesday need to, if he is one of the, he's not, somebody had a go at him on Twitter about what he earned.
I absolutely love, but do you hear it? Do you see he reply back?
Yeah.
I love Bannan's reply back. It was just like,
how much do you think I'm on, mate? Seriously, like
you're not my agent, kind of thing. It's like, you've been at me all season, having a go at me. It's like, people said, "Oh, you shouldn't do that." But it's like, no, he's been at him all season. He's allowed to do this.
Oh no, it definitely is. Like, you could tell he usually holds back with stuff like that. But we just lost the playoffs. He was having a pop again straight away. He'd atted him. He knew what he was doing. He was trying to have a pop at Barry about it and what he earns. He doesn't earn anywhere near the stuff that has been reported, and he even says that the stuff that has said it, because the 12K thing goes around a lot. And I remember he used to say, I know he definitely said, "I wish I was on 20K."
Yeah,
but if 12K is accurate for a player of Barry Bannan, 12K a week, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, in League One, but it's Barry Bannan, right?
Also, Barry Bannan, the kind of player who I could see, say if the club says, "Look, if an offer comes into it, we might have to seriously consider." And I can see him turning around and say, "Well, I want to say, can I have a go at renegotiating my contract, maybe?" If he's at that point where he's loved, he likes it, his family's happy, well, let's try and renegotiate my contract so we can get it to work.
Well, you also do the thing of, like, for me, because this is because I love Barry Bannan, so this is from my perspective here, right? It's a case of, I would say, you give Barry Bannan and you say, look, we give you a longer contract, but we need to phase down the wage, but we're going to give you a coaching role afterwards. You're going to stay in the game. You're going to be integrated into this club, if that was something he was interested in doing. And he is captain, obviously. He said on Twitter the following day after the playoffs, "Where do I start? Last night we came up short, but I'm so proud of my team and staff that have been on this journey with me this season. We gave our all to the very end. Keep your heads up. The fans, wow, best I've seen at Hillsborough. Thanks again. You're amazing." And obviously everybody was like, "Is this a goodbye, Barry?"
I don't think it is. I think it's just him doing his usual club captain and saying to the fans, and Josh Windass put something up as well going, "We go again." And a lot of the players are going, "We go again." And so there's that togetherness there, and but something like this could be what gives Wednesday that chip on the shoulder where we play a little bit aggressively in League One to go. We know what it's like. We don't want to do that again.
Oh, yeah. No, we are winning. If we can strengthen the team, if Barry Bannan stays,
going up,
and he stays, oh, yeah. Yeah. Because now we've gelled. If we can play like we have on the back half of this season, we just need the consistency there. Yeah. Barry Bannan is ripping teams apart. What I did notice is I knew Bannan wasn't as fit as he'd like to be for the playoffs, because usually, when he turns a man, he was looking for the pass more. That he loves to step on it and turn a man on his arse, usually, doesn't he? He didn't do that. He didn't do that in the playoffs, and I was like, that's where I know you're not at full fitness, because you don't trust yourself not to lose the ball there because of your fitness levels, because of the knock. But yeah, Barry Bannan, how essential is he to Sheffield Wednesday? Let us know what you think.